What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be looking at a brand new event coming out tomorrow, and that event is the Bug Out event. It is featuring a brand new Pokemon. We're getting a Pokemon Go debut, and that Pokemon is Sizzlipede. Sizzlipede is a fire and bug type Pokemon, and it evolves into CENTISKORCH, and we're going to be taking a look at how CENTISKORCH performs both against the Great League, Ultra League, and even in the Master Premier League. So without further ado, let's take a look at what this event has to offer. So first of all, starting Wednesday, March 26th at 10 a.m. and going to March 30th. So it's a 4-day event, or 5-day event, I guess. And we're getting event bonuses such as 2 times XP and increased candy, and Candy XL for nice throws or better. So we're going to take a look at if there are any Pokemon that we really want to be grinding XL candy for in this event. Lure modules will attract Sizzlipede during the event. So very similar to how Rookidee's release kind of went. It'll be available for lures, so you can catch them there with any IVs that you want. You'll have an increased shiny chance for Wurmple and Venipede. And this little special thing in the end, if enough Pokemon are caught with help from a single lure module, additional Pokemon will appear near the lured Pokestop. So I'm guessing that means if you have a group that is farming a lure module, you might get additional spawns. Maybe that includes Sizzlipede, we don't just know yet. And then obviously Sizzlipede and CENTISKORCH getting their Pokemon Go debuts. Let's take a look at the wild encounters and see if any of these are prevalent to PvP. Caterpie, Weedle, Wurmple, Nincada, Venipede, Dwebble, Joltik, Grubbin, Dewpider, and Nimble, and Cutiefly as well. So out of this list, I'm not seeing any that are too exciting. Dwebble, it has some play in some limited cups, or its evolution has some play in some limited cups. Joltik has kind of been outclassed by Charjabug in the Great League, or its evolution. But Joltik actually has some play in little cups, so you could grab a Joltik there. Grubbin is Charjabug in the Great League. It's not the best anymore, but it's still a decent Pokemon. Dewpider, its evolution has some play in limited Great League Cups as well. And then we have Nimble, which has some okay play. It's a little glassy in the Great League and the Ultra League, but it does get by, or its evolution, I should say. And then Cutiefly, not really too great. Another way you can encounter some of these Pokemon is through 1-star and 3-star raids, and this is an area I'm actually going to highlight big time, and that is because we have Scyther and we have Scizor in 1 and 3-star raids, and these two Pokemon, if you can get a really good IV Scizor, like a 15-15-15 for the Master League Premier, it is an incredible core breaker in the Master League Premier. It beats a lot of the top meta that you even see in regular Master League with Primarina and Rhyperior, just because it has super effective or neutral bullet punches and then super effective Trailblazes. So that Pokemon is a great core breaker, and it also does well against the fairies and the grass poisons that a lot of people bring as core breakers as well. So really strong Pokemon there. Definitely take a look at that. But other than that, none of these are that exciting. But if you do want a Sizzlipede with like high 3-star, 4-star IVs potentially, you can catch them in raids as well. We are going to get some field research tasks to earn Mega Energy, Scatterbug Candy, and encounters with event-themed Pokemon, which is okay. There will be a timed research during the event, which grants us a lure module and encounters with Sizzlipede, Shedinja, Cleaver, and more. And then there's a paid time research if you're interested. We do have new avatar items We have a Scolipede jacket and Sizzlipede boots. These are honestly kind of fire. I respect anyone who decides to buy that. And then, yep, Pokestop showcases. So keep your extra large Pokemon to win those. And there will be a collection challenge for bonus Stardust. And yeah, XP. So let's take a look at CENTISKORCH against the Great League. So right away, you're going to notice it's a pretty glassy Pokemon. It's got a pretty low stat product in regard to the Great League. Usually 2000 is kind of the sweet spot you want to be near. It's got a pretty high attack, pretty low defense, and then, you know, an okay stamina. So it's pretty neutral, but what really holds it back is that fast move. Ember is a pretty bad fast move. So is Bug Bite. So unfortunately, it's not that great. But its charge moves are honestly kind of decent. You've got Bug Buzz, Crunch, Heat Wave, and Lunge. So Lunge and Crunch make the most sense. And as you can see, 13 and 35 against the Great League isn't great. You do pick up some interesting wins like Sand Slash and Fortress, things you should beat. Jumpluff, Serperior, Wiggly, Dugong. That's a nice pickup. Yeah, Chargebug, Cress, Steelix. So it's not like completely useless, but it does struggle against a lot of and it struggles hard against a lot of these Pokemon. You're going to struggle against any other fires. You're going to struggle against waters, even grounds, psychic. Wow, that's actually embarrassing because you hit super effective on Grumpig. But yeah, I mean, its pacing is just really going to hold it back. We can take a look at it with Bug Bite as well and see if that's any better. No, that's way worse. Yeah, so definitely want to run Ember if you're going to run it, but either way, it's not great. So let's take a look at it in Ultra League. We have a lot. It looks like the distribution's a little bit better here. Record is pretty much the same, 13 and 29. Still not great, losing to a lot of those fires, waters, even a dragon in there, beating the same exact things. Basically just things that are double weak to fire and Fortress with that Bug and Steel, or grass, and then some psychic. If you're lucky. Beating Pangoro is kind of interesting, but probably just for the lunge spam. But yeah, this Pokemon's not great, but because it has kind of a middle distribution, I'm kind of interested to see if it had, like, as a safe swap, if it had like a 2 Ember lead, how does it look? That's better, but it's still not great. Yeah, so this Pokemon is real bad. Let's take a look at it with Bug Bite. And definitely worse. Okay, but you'll still notice that this Pokemon's only at 32.5, a level 32.5, so it actually can compete in the Master Premier League. So we're going to take a look at that as well. And here we are. So it gets to almost 3,400 ELO, so not too bad. It has a 7 and 22 record, which is bad. And yeah, I mean, that's just the state of Master League, the Master Premier League. It's just everything here is just so much better, and you're going to see all of these everywhere. So, and you're not going to see too many Chestnuts and Mamoswines and Metagross. You will see Florges, but that is a close win when it should be a hard win. So, yeah, this Pokemon is not going to be great. But one thing that we can look at while we're here at the Master Premier is Scizor. They are recommending an absolutely incorrect moveset, in my honest opinion. 7 and 22. Let's see if you give it Bullet Punch. Yeah, we can keep Night Slash. Or we could run Trailblaze. Yeah, we'll do Trailblaze, Night Slash. See how that is. 11 and 18. Trailblaze plus Ironhead. 10 and 19. Trailblaze plus X-Scissor. 10 and 19. So it looks like Trailblaze Night Slash, probably your best chance there, but it beats pretty much everything that you would want it to be. You beat Florges, which is going to be everywhere. You beat Primarina, which is going to be everywhere. You beat Rhyperior, which is going to be everywhere. You beat the grass that are going to be there to counter those. And you beat Baxcalibur, which is a nice pickup. And then you're hardly even losing to like Metagross. And yeah, so a lot of, and then here's like, these are like the non-meta ones. The most meta one here are probably Gyarados and Gliscod, and that's just because your fast move is resisted. Goldango, I would expect to see a lot more of those with the Hex and Dazzling Gleam buff. I'm surprised it's running Focus Blast here, but maybe that's the way to go. And then obviously cover your fire weakness. So if you're covering fire, water, it should be pretty easy to build around. Goldango, yeah, so you probably pair this with a Gyarados of your own, maybe a Dragon Breath Gyarados, and yeah, so that is the Bug Out event featuring Sizzlipede. Not too many exciting things for the Great League here, but it is always nice to see new Pokemon get introduced. And see that we can catch them in the wild, kind of in the wild with lures, which is better than nothing. So yeah, that's going to be it for me. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, peace.